still talking business on independent television. Now we go over to other discussion looking at increasing tech layoffs in the tech world, yes. And I've got with me a tech expert, Clement Adili. Good afternoon, Clement.
Hi, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm good. So Clement is joining us on this discussion via Zoom. Recently, we've seen that Twitter, Amazon, and some other tech companies have been laying off workers and putting a freeze on hiring. What do you think could be responsible?
Well, it's almost like a story, really. So we won't all forget the what happened in 2020 with the COVID virus. So one of the things that happened during COVID was the fact that we found ourselves in a place where we didn't know what to do. I mean, people were restricted in movement and all of that. But more than that, there was also more dependence on technology. So what that means is the fact that more people were relying on technology for their day to day because everyone was inside their houses and what have you. I'm sure everyone got to hear about the Zoom boom. So that informed the growth in technology. So you would see companies who were growing steadily just grow exponentially. Another thing was the fact that because of that, you would see that companies decided to hire a lot because, well, they are seeing a lot of growth in the aspect of technology. Um, Now I'm talking about Facebook, I'm talking about Twitter, I'm talking about LinkedIn, all the dependent companies that I'm talking about, tech companies, really. Um, so they're hiring a lot more technicians in regard to expand their capacity. So now, like I said, the COVID era brought a lot of opportunities for growth. Now, and looking at that, it was foreseen that the growth was going to keep going. So, being smart of being able to forecast these trends, companies decided to hire more expert workers in that regard. Now, coming to 2020, we have found that things have begun to stabilize and things have begun going back to normal. So it means
In
that
2022.
some of the 2022, sorry.
Okay.
So things are going back to normal, and we are realizing that okay, some of this growth that we thought we were going to experience was a little bit far-reaching because um, things are beginning to slow down. So now it means that some of the jobs that were being expected to being occupied by workers are not really being used now. So it means that companies have to cut down on the current cost labor that they have. So that's what we're seeing currently, where people are being laid off. Now, for example, you want to give a company like Facebook that's laying off about, I think, 11,000. Um, so the emergence of the metaverse, which is virtual reality and all the likes, um, we it was thought that a lot of these will be expected to boom in this period, but we're seeing that it is not going as fast, it is not going as smooth as it was projected. So um, there is sort of like a regression. Sort of, we're slowing down in the process of growth. We're not saying that okay, you know what, we're going to steadily grow as against anticipating a huge jump. So you would see companies now laying off some of their staffs because not because they're not working, but the fact that we want to grow, but we don't want to grow at the expense of profit.
So the demand has dropped, so to speak.
Well, for you would see that happen in the tech space. Around other areas of the economy, I'm talking about the US and then other big economies of the world. You see, it's happening in tech.
Hello, Clemens, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Now,
So
the report has it
it's
that most of the workers... Can you hear me now? All right. Report
yeah, I
has
can
that
hear you now.
most of the workers that were affected by this layer of African tech experts. Any truth in that?
Okay, no, it's not true. The layoff actually cuts across all all stratas of ethnicity, race, and all of that. No, it doesn't happen. It's not happening to only Africans, really. Um, you would see a lot of out pushback with the Europeans because most of them they are the ones being laid off actually. Africans are a minority actually.
Okay, so it's said that the tech world is in a recession. Any chance that this recession could be over soon?
Well, the tech world hasn't entered a recession, but all what's it called, all indications are moving in that direction. So the projections are saying that it would happen in 2023.
The
But
recession.
currently, because of the sorry,
Do you mean the recession would happen in 2023?
yes.
So that
So
means the worst hasn't been seen yet in terms of layoffs and hiring
well,
freeze.
yeah. So the recession is a recession is a consistent um, downturn of the economy. So when people are being laid off, so it means that less people have money to spend, and it would mean that more companies don't have who have goods don't need as much workers. So you see the cycle go around. So that would be an effect of what's currently happening. So I'm sure the global economies, different countries are trying to do what we call buffer effects to try and see that we don't get to that point. So, but like I said, the indicators look like it's going to happen. But, let's watch and see.
So while watching and see these tech experts that have been laid off, any chance that this could result to a break in new platforms being created and new applications? They can't be idle. They're experts, they're innovators.
Okay, so I believe that there is no lack to innovation, really. So every there's always going to be a challenge, or there's always going to be a need to innovate on every turn. So let's see and see. Okay, well, um, new problems will arise, and maybe people will be able to develop on those ones.
Now, particularly for African tech experts, this situation that a lot of tech experts have found themselves, any advice for them?
Well, I would say that companies are always looking to hire the best, really. So if you keep owning your craft, you keep getting better, and you get offers. So, and put yourself out in a place where they can actually find you, because it's an economy. Everyone's looking for the best that they can use.
All right, going forward with this experience now, do you foresee that when this is over and then the boom is back on in the tech world, it will lead to tech experts charging more? Since there's no job security, you could be laid off when things are not so good with your company.
Sorry, can you say that again?
The situation where there is tech layoff and there's even a hiring freeze, do you foresee it leading to a situation where tech experts, when hired, charge more because there is no job security? There seems not to be job security in the tech industry.
Well, I would say that there are always going to be options, really. So, like for any one person that you're looking for, you have like 10 other people who are able to do the same job. So, I think what we would be seeing would be more people willing to do more for the available jobs that like they can reach for.
Okay. All right, thank you very much,
Yeah,
Clement Adili, for being on the show today. It's been incisive having you.
same here. Have a wonderful day.
So next time we'll call on you, we'll hope that you would oblige us.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
When next we call on you, we do hope you would oblige us.
Of course.
Okay, thank you. Have a great day.
Have a good one. You too.
Thank you. All right, in that interview with the tech experts, Clement Adele brings the show to an end today. Let's hope it gets better in the tech world, because we have brothers, we have sisters, we have families who are in that industry. And then for all the CBN is doing to ensure that inflation goes down and business transactions are aided with cash when necessary, and also the e-transfer. We hope that it all works out well, particularly in the season when transactions are at their peak, being that it's the UTAD. My name is Blessing AJ. Enjoy your weekend, and do not forget that this season, please be security conscious.